This is the second part of the chapter Secular Vision of the Indian Constitution. Let's recall some of the points which we have discussed earlier. Secularism. Secularism is a belief system that rejects religion, or you can say that the belief that religion should not be the part of the affairs of the state or part of public education. Talking about the Indian Constitution, the Constitution of India clearly mentions that no citizen shall be discriminated on the basis of race, caste, religion, or place of birth. Secular was incorporated in the preamble of Indian Constitution by an amendment in 1976. It means that India does not have any official state religion as a secular state. India does not favor or discriminate against any religion. Now let's discuss some of the fundamental rights. There are 6 fundamental rights in total: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, rights to constitutional remedies. Now let's discuss right to equality. The Constitution of India guarantees equality to all its citizens. Every citizen has access to public places maintained wholly or partially out of the state funds. Untouchability has been declared an offence that is punishable by law. Right to freedom. Freedom is a basic human right and a very significant element of democracy. The right to freedom guarantees to the citizen of India 6 basic freedoms: freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly, freedom to form associations, freedom of movement, freedom to reside and to settle, and freedom of profession, occupation, trade, or business. Right to freedom of religion. The Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of religion, according to which all religions are equal before the law. No religion will be given preference over the other. Every religious community has the right to establish institution. No citizen can be denied admission in any educational institution on the basis of religion, caste, or race. The Constitution prohibits the imparting of religious instructions in the schools. Rights against exploitation. The Indian Constitution recognizes the dignity of the individual and protects him or against any form of exploitation. The right against exploitation clearly prohibits trafficking in human beings. Forced labor is the labor which is done without any wage in return. The employment of children below the age of 14 in a factory or in any other hazardous job. Cultural and educational rights. In order to protect minorities and maintain this diversity, the Constitution provides for cultural and educational rights. Some of the assurance given under these rights are: right to conserve the script, languages, and culture. Admission to any educational institution can't be denied on the basis of caste, religion, or language. Society has the right to establish and administer educational institutions. Right to constitutional remedies. In order to ensure that the citizens' rights are respected by the state, the Constitution has provided of the right to constitutional remedies. This itself is a fundamental right and make other rights effective. By virtue of this right, citizens are empowered to approach any of the courts if his or her fundamental rights has been violated by the state. The Supreme Court and the High Courts have the power to issue verdicts if the fundamental rights has been exploited. Now let's talk about fundamental rights as the human rights. Right to work. Opportunity to everyone to earn a livelihood by working. Right to safe and healthy working conditions and fair wages that can provide a decent standard of living for workers and their families. Right to educate, standard of living. including adequate food, clothing, and housing. Right to social security and insurance. Right to health, medical care during illness, special care for women during childbirth, and prevention of epidemics. Right to education, free and compulsory primary education and equal access to higher education. Rest we will be discussing in the next video. Thank you.